Hello, and welcome into the dungeon, a stream hosted by the Manga Kissa, where me and my friends play Dungeons and Dragons, where we follow their characters through the world as they embark on an epic adventure. Completing their quest, the party headed back to Tragria in order to travel to Autumna and collect their reward from their true employer, an archmage by the name of Lily Whitefeather. Two bounty hunters recognized Irie and gave pursuit, their plan foiled by Brenna, who attempted to distract them from their prey. Successfully so, the entire party joined in to ensure Irie's safety, while she and Meravis were blissfully unaware of the danger. Nearly spoiling the ruse, Xalavier admitted to Meravis being his ex-lover in a desperate attempt to keep up the web of lies. After a night of carefully guarding Irie, apparently the bounty hunters forgot their target existed, and no prowlers in the night came to steal the wizard away. The next morning the party quickly moved through town and arrived in Autumna, having their audience with Lily. Irie was taken aside, and there was mention of a knight by the name of Arnalore that was looking for her roughly a month earlier, and if she was willing to meet. Irie agreed to the meeting, and now the party has 3 weeks to spend before the night arrives. I would like to start with Irie and Argus. Argus, you currently sit in the entrance hall of Lily's house, waiting for an Irie that is currently inside the university.
All right.
What do you two do?
I'm quietly reading in my spellbook, just waiting for someone to arrive. I turn a page.
Hello.
Doesn't seem to notice.
I'm gonna poke you.
Well, Irie, you are outside. You are in the university. You are not in the same room. You have no idea where the others are, because I believe everyone has walked off.
Well, I guess I'm going to search for them, and then poke him.
Okay. Where do you start your search?
The library sounds like a nice place for a confused man who wants to learn.
Okay. And before I make you roll anything, how do you go about your search?
Well, I mean, Argus is a fairly striking figure, isn't he? He's like fairly tall, he's blue. I guess I'm just looking for a tall blue dude to nothing to
Okay, so
special.
you're going on a visual search, right? Would you make me a perception check then?
Yep.
No blue dude in sight?
Oh, he has to be here somewhere, I guess.
I order some tea from the bar.
You get handed a cup of tea.
I sit down again and I kept reading.
And the butler... Might I ask, sir? Are you waiting for Miss Whitefeather?
Oh, wait, yeah, I was waiting for Miss Irie to actually leave the room so I can join up.
Oh. Are you aware that she has already left the premises?
I was not aware. I'm sorry.
Well, then, now you are.
Have you any idea where she went off to?
Latest I recall, she exited the front door. And he points towards the door you originally entered this abode from.
Well, then I'm gonna after.
Good luck, sir.
Yeah, thank you. And I put my tea into a container because I still want it.
The bartender is pleased.
as I leave the room and go searching for Irie.
Mm-hmm. So how do you go about your search?
So, can I use maybe a check to know how much I know of the environment? Where she would be going?
In what way the environment? Because you're in a school at the moment.
I'll just try to imagine where Irie should go to after she left this place.
Okay, so you're doing a remembrance check regarding to Irie. That would be an insight.
Let's try an insight.
That's a pretty high insight. Best you can gather is that Irie would be looking for you in the near vicinity. And as you have been sitting there for quite a while, you see no Irie in direct sight, but you'd gather she'd stay close.
Alright, then I ask someone nearby to, after this, where she went, if he seemed a person like Irie.
And you approach a few students. They tell you, like, yeah, there was a middle-aged woman, I guess, looking for you. And one of the others was like, yeah, she mentioned some tall blue person.
Then I follow her. I follow that direction.
Yeah, they point to where she went. You may also make me a perception check.
I'll make a perception check. Let's see. Slightly less.
I like how you both rolled a 9 for it. So, staying on the university grounds, you keep missing each other until one of you is finally done and decides, okay, I'll wait at the exit. And eventually the other turns up and you reconvene.
Finally, I thought you'd disappear to the inn or something.
Well, I mean, someone tried to kill me, so no.
That was another city, another place.
In any case, let's hurry to learn some magics.
I mean, I would, but you know, I've been looking a long time for you. Maybe tomorrow. I don't know what time it is, by the way.
You arrived in the morning, and you had a conversation for a bit, so it would be half past 11.
Okay, so well, then it's not late.
No, it's not late.
Let's get someplace and get learning. I guess.
I mean, you are on the place to learn at the moment.
Yeah, so are we expected with Lily, or are we in self-study hours? Or
I don't believe you've mentioned to her yet that you'd like to learn specifically. Like, we talked about this out of character, but not in character yet. So if you wish to learn, you know where her room is now.
Yes,
you know the school grounds very well.
I guess I'll head to her room then. And otherwise the butler.
I mean, as you enter, you immediately appear in her office. As she was not exactly expecting guests, personal guests, but students. And you see she's writing something on a piece of paper. Oh, back so soon?
Yes. Good morning, I say nervously.
Good morning.
Me and my friend would like to learn some magic. I mean, I obviously already have some skills, but I know my friend Argus here has some aptitude for it.
I've read a thing or two.
Don't undersell yourself.
Well, this is a place of learning. Can you show me what you can do, Argus?
Yes, and I cast a detect magic. It
And
takes
she
a
looks
while.
at it. Is this self-taught by any means?
Well, back in the city of Dawnhaven, there was a library, and I heard about all this magic, and I wanted to learn it for myself. So I read up some books and tried some stuff out, and it didn't work out for a whole while, but now I'm slowly getting something out of it. I don't know why, it just happened.
Well, it is interesting. You skipped some runes here, here, and here, and yet it remained functional. So you at least have some aptitude.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing you're using nature runes as well.
Yeah, there was a surprising amount about forests and stuff in these books. And, well, since I feel kind of a connection to nature from my village, I thought it would be easier to learn those first than the arcane studies I'm not very familiar with.
Very well. And you? As she looks at you, Irie.
Well, as I mentioned in our conversation before, I would like to get stronger, survive, not being hit by an arrow and then immediately toppling over. Or should I cast something?
I'd like to see your latest abilities, if you wouldn't mind.
Oh no, of course. And I would like to cast. Let's do minute meteors.
You're gonna blow up her office?
She's fine, right? She's good at magic.
Yes. So, as you cast a spell, several meteoric orbs hover around you. Very well.
I wouldn't send them at your desk if you're worried about that.
I'd rather you didn't, because I can repair the desk, but not the tests of the student. And then I am technically forced to pass everyone. And let's say that's not a good idea.
We wouldn't want that.
But since when is Leon here?
No, this is just me as a person being like, oh no, we don't want students to pass, now do we?
Leon
she
is
wants
always
students
with
to
us in spirit.
Yes. She wants students to pass, just not automatically. Very well, I can likely open up some time in my schedule. I mean, exams have been, so it's grading for me anyway. And she puts down her pen. Walks with you back into the Arcane University. all the way down to where the library section is. Let me get the flavor text for that. Where did it go? I rearranged my document. Ah, there we go. So she takes you and Argus to the Arcane University, and she gets a few different tomes from different bookshelves, and she places you at a table in the middle of the room, puts down the books, and roughly 3 feet of book is standing between you and Argus. Argus, these are for you. And she hands you the bigger set of books.
Oh, that's a lot to read. Gonna take some time.
And Harry, these are yours. And she produces a paper. This includes my thesis on theurgy. I hope you find it interesting.
Thank you.
So go ahead. Start. I'll see you in 4 hours.
Yeah.
I get to it, bow my head down, and start reading the thesis.
Yeah, and I get to studying too. I got a lot to read.
Yes. So her thesis is a bit beyond you at this level. As in, she uses a lot of jargon that you haven't learned yet, and the equations are of a higher mathematical level than you're used to.
I have no idea what this is all saying.
And you'd feel you get through it if taken more time. So you'd
These
need
are
to study
words.
this. Yes, these are words. Arceus, for you. You know the jig. You start your reclassing.
Mm-hmm.
And as a added bonus, if you wish, one of the things you can learn is Druidic as a language. If you spend the time to do so.
If I got enough time, I will do that.
Yes, so it takes, in my campaign settings, 240 hours total to be proficient in a skill, a tool, a language, or anything else
So
that you seem relevant.
How many ECTS is that?
A lot.
Sorry,
I don't think the D&D world operates on the European grading scale.
I'm just joking around. Don't worry.
But you, for the next 2 weeks, can spend your time doing this, and then you will reclass. Irie, for you, you can scribe the spells you have. Are you able to pay them all? Or do you need to borrow some money?
How much was it again? I know we had the.
Yeah, we had a talk about this. I don't know. I'm gonna look up our chat moment.
I believe
When you
it
say
was
that, I'm gonna look those up as well.
1,300 gold.
Yeah,
Was it in
1,500
total?
total.
Well, I have 1,600 gold, so I can actually pay for it straight out of pocket. So.
Look at this rich person over here. So, Zalavier, while this all is happening, you wish to spend your downtime to research, I believe. Where would you like to start?
Well, last I left off, my character wasn't particularly feeling like researching much. So I don't particularly know.
Okay then. In that case, what would Zalavier like to do these 3 weeks?
I mean, when he arrived here, he wasn't feeling great. So, he has basically spent 1 week to start off with trying to recenter himself and, like, find a way to get back to how he used to be through discipline, I suppose.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say he'd go about and try to do some martial practice, try to get a hang of the ability for that he has to conjure weapons now.
Okay.
And I want to intersperse that with moments where he goes and tries to find if he can glean any information on these supposed shards that he's looking after or looking for.
Right. And where would Zalavier look for this information?
I think a library would be a good start.
Okay, well, there is a university in town, so that is a very, very easy. With some pulling of strings, saying that you personally know one of the higher-ups here, you gain access to research within the grounds, so you can't take any books, but you're allowed to, talk to students, talk to staff, and read the books that aren't in a certain forbidden section.
Okay.
And your research takes you to one of the sections that has different types of esoteric magic that have a common theme in enclosing souls in objects. The books you find give history on the development of such magics. You gain knowledge about 3 different types of spells or magical happenstances, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
The most vile among them being a phylactery, the way to
Right.
become a lich and attain immortality through undeath. The exact opposite of what your entire faith stands for. Others include a form of magic jar, which, upon cast, would theoretically allow a soul in an object to possess an individual close to said object. And finally, most interestingly, you find a very dusty old tome that dedicates itself to a spell called Imprisonment, a extremely powerful spell that could, as the name itself implies, permanently imprison the essence of a creature in various types of objects.
Right.
And as you are looking through the books, sitting at a desk somewhere, from this great hall you see a duo of characters familiar walk into the same section as you. It is Lily, with Meravis trailing behind. And they walk past you, seemingly not noticing or not acknowledging you for the moment. You see, Meravis, this was the section I was talking about. This part has quite the collection on various curses and how to deal with them. I'd recommend these, and from the corner of your eye, you can see that she keeps stacking up books until Meravis has virtually disappeared behind the pile in his hands. Start with that, and I'll get you some from my personal library once you're through. Lily walks back past you and stops for a moment. Well, that is a rather interesting subject you're reading about, Zalavier. What piques your interest?
Oh gosh. Zalavier keeps looking down at the page and casually flicks one. Says, I always deemed it rather rude to comment on whatever anyone was reading while they were reading it. But that might be a personal gripe. And I look up at her.
There is just this friendly smile back at you. It wasn't my intention to... what's the word called? intrude.
Hmm.
So if I have offended you, my excuses.
I'm jesting. At the very least, you treat me as if I'm a person. That's already an improvement. What I'm reading about is soul magic. Ways to harness the soul to imbue in objects. Not for my own personal use, but I'd like to know more about it. If that makes sense.
Right. I must say that is one of the things that very much interested me a long time ago as well. For the same reasons. Not for me, but to research how to defeat an enemy of ours. So if you wish, I can provide you some additional material.
Well, and I grab the book by both covers and I slam it closed. Knowledge how to beat a foe is knowledge I should know. If I may?
Absolutely. Come. And she takes you to her personal library.
Before we go, can I take the book that I'm holding and drop it onto Maravis's stack and say, be a dear, and put that back, will you?
Oh, shit. You can be a dick. I'll allow it.
But can you reach?
Can I reach?
That is a very good... I'd say, because of your smaller stature, that it would be hard to put it on top.
Yeah, then I
Unless you like
press it
very
against...
much extend yourself.
Then I like... You know, like, I push it against his chest, make him hold it with one other hand.
Okay. He seems somewhat bewildered. Like he was in the middle of reading and suddenly this guy just shoves a book in his lap.
Oh, but he knows the guy, so...
Yeah, he knows the guy, but he wasn't paying attention to you.
Well, then he can see the glistening gleam of the back of my perfectly shaped green head as I follow his mistress.
Ooh. That's a low blow. Anyway, you walk to her personal library, and she gives you some more material on different types of soul magic. One of the spells you learn about is the spell called Clone, which allows a soul to be formed into a new body if the owner should perish.
I take a book and I start flicking through it.
Mm-hmm.
And out of the corner of my eye, I look back at her and I say, may I ask you a question?
Absolutely. That's what I'm here for.
How much do you know of religious practice?
I have studied quite a lot. I wouldn't say that I know every detail of every religion out there, but I might be able to answer a question or two.
Do you know, perchance, of the Church of Kalimdor?
Absolutely.
Excellent. That saves a good 10 minutes of both of our lives.
The Judge of the Dead, right?
Precisely so.
Well then. Go on.
Say, an object would be imbued with magics that pertain to your research, or the research that I read of before.
Yes.
Would that put a soul, because I am imagining the soul as a metaphysical concept, be trapped within said object?
That is very much easily possible.
And could a soul be used as a conduit for magic? Without damaging the soul itself.
Without damaging the soul itself. Now, that is a harder question.
Like, say, as a focus.
I must say, I am not very well versed in the darker parts of the necromantic arts, out of sheer choice. It feels wrong to me to use such magics.
Well, what is it but a tool to stop a greater evil?
Well, if you're sacrificing another soul for it, is that worth the price?
Sacrificing another soul for it? Good heavens, no.
Yes.
It is not for us mortals to decide what happens to the soul. However, if a soul would, say, willingly put themselves in that position, would that allow the caster to imbue themselves with greater power?
And she stops and thinks for a moment. Would you have a few minutes? I need to look up something.
Of course.
And she, for a brief moment, leaves the room. Returns roughly 10 minutes later. What you were talking about is very, very deep and hard magic. Not impossible, but something that would require a very great effort. So to answer your question, yes. But whoever did such a thing is quite a capable mage.
And again, I take the book and I close it softly, put it on her desk, and I start walking out of the library. Or a rather powerful deity.
There is much the gods can do we can't.
Thank you for this afternoon.
Afternoon.
It is.
And one more thing,
Has
Zalfir.
taught me much. Yes?
Yes. Believe in yourself. You're a fine gentleman.
I am having my struggles adapting. But thank you for the kind words.
As someone who is somewhat reviled by society myself, wear your skin with pride.
As someone who has been continuously put down because of the skin that he wears. Maybe teach your assistants to not remark on that in the future.
Yes, we will have that talk. I know.
And I leave.
Mm-hmm. You leave the university. Now, very quickly, is there something Zalafier would like to do aside from this outing?
Aside from this outing,
Yeah, you said training, researching this.
well, I think I just want to hang out with Brenna.
Okay. Brenna, in the meantime, is very much busy with a teacher, teaching her a new set of skills. So she doesn't have time for you all day, but in the evening she's, free.
Yeah, no, but we travel with the group and, just used to be us, so...
Yeah, so you reconvene.
We have dinner together and, relax and that kind of stuff. Yeah, cool.
Yeah. But like in the daytime, she's busy.
Yes, likewise.
Nice.
I was also imagining that Brenna helps Zalavier to feel a little better about himself.
Absolutely. That's what we set up last time, right?
Yeah, basically. So that.
Art recreates real life. Whoa.
What? back to Argus for a moment. Argus, at one of the evenings, well, late afternoons, before dinner time, you walk through Autumna, enriching yourself in its alien culture. The structure of housing is visually very similar to your home. It is built different due to not being underwater, but being on, land.
Mm-hmm.
But it is very visually striking. As the wave of nostalgia hits you, you see an ornate gate with a sign over it, reading... And I gotta look this up for a moment, because... It's the Summer-style Dojo. The sun is in our hands. Outside, you see a kind, elderly lady, somewhere in her 70s to 80s, with a large box of black glasses. And you've seen glasses before, but never made from black material. And the old lady addresses you. Hello, dear. Are you interested in our dojo? If you'd like to enter, please wear one of these. They'll protect your eyes. And she hands you one of the glasses. Do you put them on?
I protect them from what?
You'll see.
Alright, I put them on. I am a careful man after all.
Yes. So when you put them on, the world is suddenly a lot darker. You're still able to see, but the light has been dimmed to the extent you'd think it is dusk.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk in, you can see this is a dojo where various types of martial arts are trained. On the left is a tiled open square where a group of young adults are training. The trainer is a young man of roughly 30 years old, clad in robes of orange and blue, and who, oddly enough, has a similar pair of glasses on his head, but his have a yellow edge instead of the black one yours has. With your honed eyes, you can see he has chiseled in his techniques and honed his body to the absolute limit. Every movement of his is sharp and light, and he has completely mastered all his techniques.
Well, first of all, I would like to stay and observe and make some notes to the similarities of home. Like the fighting style, is it like we learn underwater?
It is very different, because underwater you have a far more limited speed of movement. So every movement of his is sharper.
Mm-hmm.
And what you see is that closed fists are very much an effective thing here. While underwater you need to go for hydrodynamica. So you usually attack with a more jabbing style. It is not exactly your area of expertise, but you've seen it due to your background.
Mm-hmm.
So similar, but distinct.
Alright, I walk up to the man, and...
Well, the man is currently in the middle of his training session with his peers.
Oh, then I just wait
And
until he's
you'd
done.
know that would be rude.
Yeah, I'll
to
wait
the
until
right.
he's done.
And to the right of where you entered, there's a few chairs for visitors. And funnily enough, you see Lily sit on one of them. And she gives a little wave.
I walk up and I sit down next to this lady.
Mm-hmm. You know, this teacher you've seen like half an hour ago, and now again.
Sorry.
Fancy meeting you here, she says.
Yes, hello. I just walked in. Something
I saw.
familiar about this place, somehow. Hello, my name is Argus, and who are you?
I've met you, Argus. I teach you. I'm not sure if you got it, but this is Lily sitting here.
Oh, is it Lily? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
I think it's the glasses.
That's okay. Takes some getting used to. And she also has The same type of glasses.
What are you doing here? I thought this is totally not a place for you to visit. You are all booky and learned.
And do you mean that I am not allowed to go sit here and enjoy the view?
I'm not someone to say that. Just unexpected. You learn something in my old age.
Oh, every day you should learn a new trick. Oh, and she points over towards where the people are training, where you see the man in robes visually charting something like an orb between his hands. And he is saying something to his peers which you can't quite make out. And he fires the orb, where a giant explosion of radiant light happens near the wall. And at that moment you understand why you've been given these glasses. Because even through the glasses it is blinding.
I quickly just like avert my eyes like, oi, yeah.
Yes.
Is this what he
Your
calls
eyes are fine. You have the little dot on your retina that slowly shrinks. Yes, that's what these glasses are for.
What's that for a technique? I've never seen something like that.
A very highly skilled technique.
Ah.
And with said last explosion, the lesson comes to a halt. And you see that the peers are, they greet, they go off to do their own thing, some talk amongst each other, and you see a young girl walking towards you, along with the trainer. The girl has slightly purple tinted skin and two dark horns curling around her face. From her energy as she sprints over, you can see that she's the excitable sort. And she, very rambunctiously approaches Lily. And she's like, "Mom, did you see me? Did you see me? Was I good?" And she, pats her head.
Well,
of course I was watching, honey. You were amazing.
It was rather that I couldn't see you. My god, what was that?
So, Marshall, would you like to enter the fray?
Hey man, have you come to our dojo to see some flashy moves?
I certainly didn't expect something like that.
Well, that's what the sunglasses are for. I'm glad you wore them though. Not everyone does. I see you found Lily here. Oh no.
Oh no, this is stupid. Give me a second.
Yeah, can I just take this moment
quickly-
of fumbling, just go, God damn it, Marshall. God damn it.
Did you
Such a bro, dude.
What?
You went to the
Fuck's
rig
sake.
screen. No. Go to the technical difficulty screen.
I don't have a technical difficulty screen. This is just
Fuck.
information for now.
God damn it, you made one.
We're a
talked about
professional
this.
stream.
I am just a stupid. Wait, I'm gonna fix this.
This is fine.
Our
Panic
lovely
break. Panic break.
Yes,
Our
panic
lovely
break.
goblin pal, Zalavier, has just subscribed with Prime. Thank you very much.
Yes.
Who? Me?
Yes,
Hello?
you.
Take a moment, go to the bathroom.
Have a shiny.
Circle
Have
jerk.
shiny. What?
Have shiny. Let me fix this stupid thing.
Yes. Well, while you fix the thing, I'm going to go to the toilet very quickly.
Oh, very important. Take care of yourself, people. It's very important. Please do. So I'm taking we're still live, so we're just gonna chill the fuck out.
Yeah,
yeah.
I temporarily fixed the problem for now, so
Okay. It's all fixed now. We can continue.
yes.
We can enjoy fucking Marshall.
I'm very
God.
sorry. Marshall won't have a text balloon, but at least he won't grow 4 sizes. This is the most, difficult art of them all. The art,
Yo,
the
bro.
dojo art of
I'm
just like
sorry.
growing while you're talking.
I quite liked it.
I'm so looking forward for Marshall being a bro.
He is a total bro, I promise, yes.
So I'm
Yo,
very
you wanna
sorry.
go catch some waves?
This is the problem of live editing. Sometimes stuff goes wonky.
Yeah, it happens.
Oh well, it works.
And
now.
sometimes the
fine.
Dungeon Master has to go to the toilet and then we have to wait for the Dungeon Master to return, huh?
Oi, I can hear everything you say.
Yeah, it's meant for you to hear.
Don't
But
try.
no, it's fine. Take care of yourself. Go to the toilet. If it's
Yeah,
needed,
fair.
it's needed.
Thank you. You do that
I'm
as well.
gotta go.
You know, when nature calls.
Let's go to the regular screen then, not the break screen.
I can go
Yes.
back to the regular screen. Look, it's the regular screen. Now, if Marshall
Wow.
talks,
Wow.
if Marshall talks,
Is it fixed?
yeah, kinda. You don't have
Yay.
the text balloon, but that's
Well,
the,
it's
You
fine.
do the little jump.
that's
yes.
that's the sacrifices we have to make.
We'll fix it in post.
It's fine.
Best lie ever.
Yes.
We can't do it in post. We are like live and editing at the same time. I'm very sorry. I failed you again. Also, this positioning is weird, so I'm gonna fix that.
It's okay, we're a professional stream, no biggie.
Yeah.
Yes.
Look, I can fix these.
Anyway, so while you're sitting there and the young girl notices you talking to her mom, and she politely bows to you. Nice to meet you, mister. My name is Grace Whitefeather. And then seems somewhat nervous because she doesn't know you.
I should probably introduce myself too. I'm Marshall. Hi. And he sticks out his hand and waits for you to shake it.
Mm-hmm. I'm shaking it.
And then he adds a bro fist in for extra effect.
Like, Argus doesn't know what a bro fist is, so I think it just kind of fizzles out while he's still shaking.
Well, Marshall says you're supposed to like bump my fist and then we're bros.
Young
Come on, do it.
people.
Oh
So-
no! Oh no, Argus does the boomer thing of grabbing the fist bump. Oh
and then shaking
no!
it.
Oh no!
Like,
Wonderful.
Argus looks a bit confused and is like, you see him thinking like, I don't know what words are coming out of this mouth.
Or it's even worse, and his martial training kicks in, and he thinks he's getting punched. Ta-ta-ta!
And then it's like, so it's like you make a fist and then just fist the thing?
Yeah. Just bump it with your fist.
And he
It's not hard.
does it
Make an
very
attack roll.
slowly and weakly, like he's hesitating on how to do it and if he's doing it wrong.
Oh no, not the soft handshake. We talked about this. You would stop that.
You mean the sloppy handshake?
Yeah, the sloppy handshake. I hate it so much.
No, it's like just a very it's a very hesitant bro fist, but it's there in the end.
Well, Marshall's fist meets your fist and he goes like whoosh. Nicely done. Not bad for a fish man. I haven't seen your kind around here before. That's pretty cool. So where are you from?
I'm from under the water.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense. Well, that's cool. We should go surfing sometime together.
Surfing? Never done that. What is that?
I can teach you. You've already got the flow of the water with you, so you'll be fine.
Well, I guess I can ride a dolphin. Does that count?
Oh yeah, the total cost. It's even cooler. I wish I could do that, man. Whoa.
Oh, you just simply have to talk to them. I learned that recently. It makes it much easier.
Oh yeah, I guess I could try that. Maybe. I don't know.
Normally our people, we have a few gifted people who can talk to animals, but like I couldn't do that before, but I've learned it. So if you
Well,
want,
man, can you teach me to talk to animals? That'd be cool.
yeah, it's kind of a magic. If you're good with magic, I guess teach you.
Well, magic's a no-go for me. That's Lily's department.
Well, I can try at least.
Well,
So what's this light thing all about? I've never
Oh,
seen
yeah.
a technique like that.
this is summer style, and we create light with our hands, like whoosh. Then he fires off a key blast and it floats in a light,
Interesting.
just like that. I could maybe teach you that too. I mean, I've teach it to lots of people, so I think you
mean-
can do it.
I could try, if you still got some time.
Yes, of course. I got all the time in the world, man.
All the time in the world.
Yes.
So I get to sparring a bit.
You could spar with Marshall if he is okay with that.
Yes, of course. If you want to spar, let's do it. But it's gonna take some time to learn the key blast, so maybe we could save that for another time.
Sure, but let me show you. Let me show. No, God. Let me see what you got.
Wait, are you sure? Are you really sure?
I mean, I got some fighting experience. I'm just interested in who you are.
So in the meantime, both you two notice that she is already taking steps back and taking her kid with her.
I mean, people say that you can learn someone the best while fighting. Getting to know.
So, just out of character. Are we gonna play this out with rolls and stuff or not?
I'm gonna ask the question to Arcus. Would you like this to remain a role-playing thing, or are you actually gonna fight?
I'm not gonna fight. I just wanna spar, just getting to know the moves a bit. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, then.
Yeah.
I'll just take out some wooden. If it's my culture, we have like these wooden katana things you can mess around with.
They float up.
Yeah, that teaches you to get a good grip, because if you lose it, you lose it.
Coral training swords.
Well, Marshall can toss you a training sword, and he gets to
They
sparring
just train with
Argus.
swordfish.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Wow.
you spend roughly, let's say, 30 minutes sparring with Marshall. And true to form, you do not get a single hit in on this man. He is a very slippery bugger. In the meantime, he returns, most attacks with a blow. And you can feel that he is not using his full force. So in the end, you have a lot of, what's the word in English? Blue spots.
They're bruises.
Bruises, thank you.
Yes.
Yes. I like how I have nice words in my head and then word salad comes out. So you
Yeah,
have a lot of
no.
bruises at the end of the training.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you can't survive, but you're gonna feel that tomorrow. And at the end,
Well, that's certainly an interesting fighting style.
Good match, my man. You did well.
Well, I didn't get a single hit in.
Yeah, but
I
you're
look
not
like
dead either.
Dead? Well, I mean, it takes a lot of effort not to die of wounds to get to my age. But to not get a single hit in, I haven't experienced it in since training camp. And I was just a young little fish lad.
Oh, thanks for the compliments.
Yeah.
Anyway, I can see that you have a lot of potential, so just keep going at it. And once you're ready, you can come and maybe learn one of my moves.
Yeah, I'm also in the middle of a study, so man, I
Maybe
Yeah.
for
see if I can
another
find
day.
the time.
I had a feeling that you were tied up in something, so I mean, it seems like you and Lily met before, so maybe she's been teaching you some stuff.
Yeah, she sure is. I've got a
I
lot of
knew it.
homework.
I knew it.
I need to read books.
I'm a harsh teacher.
Oh, you're not the
Marshall
only
knows
harsh
this.
teacher. At least at the end of the day, when I'm reading books, I don't get bruises.
Ooh, that's true. But they beat you up in the head. At least that's my experience.
My brain exploding.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna need some rest, so know any place with good food?
Yeah, sure. Let's get going. Wanna come
Okay.
too, babe? And
We
he
can
addresses
show
Lily.
you. Mm-hmm. We can show you a spot.
Can it be a seafood restaurant?
Why not?
I mean, if you want to please me, you should go to a fish restaurant. It's like what we eat.
Yes.
What else is there to eat underwater?
So before
Help.
y'all go,
Help.
Lily
I only eat
addresses the kid. Like, come on, go inside, honey. We'll be back later. Amy will cook something for you. And she, gives a big flex. I can handle myself. I can cook too. And then she sprints off, like towards the dojo building, and disappears in one of the doors. Well, shall we go?
Yeah, let's go.
Take it you leave the premises, leaving the sunglasses with the kind old lady who is packing up.
I mean, these are useful. Can I buy a pair? Or are these just really for the dojo?
Well,
You'd have to talk that with my son. She wants to Marshall.
what?
Oh, I think these.
Hold on, what did you say?
These
You
glasses.
need to talk that over with my son.
I want to buy a pair of these glasses. I think they can be useful.
Okay,
my-
so. Well, I think we can give him one, right, Lily?
We can make another one.
Yeah.
So you gain a pair of sunglasses.
Alright. One pair of sunglasses. You are too kind, really.
Yes. They give no mechanical benefit, but they do make you look cool. And the three of you, walk to the streets, finding wherever this seafood restaurant is in the distance. Leon.
Oh, hello.
Somewhere in the 3 weeks of spare time you have at your disposal, you walk across town, and in the distance you see two familiar things stick above the crowd. You see the tall Argus walking, and the top of two folded-in wings. Within a minute, you come face to face with Argus, Lily, and a man you've never met before, clothed in the orange and blue martial artist's outfit. Oh, hello, Leon.
Oh,
Fancy
hey.
meeting you here.
Yeah, you're just out and about.
I'm out and about. Well, always running errands.
Right, I see. Leon does like a thumb to the nose swipe, like, I get you.
brings you here?
You know, just living life, doing things. Got some things planned to do. But right now, having a little break.
Well, what things do you do?
Leon gets a little bit shifty-eyed and is like, you know, things. You know, right?
And you- She narrows her eyes a bit and gives a bit of a chuckle. And now you've piqued my interest.
Well, maybe later we can go together. Wait, is that inappropriate?
Why would it be?
I don't know, you being like this studious person and me being, you know, how to say this politely, me?
And she chuckles. I have seen many great things. I'm not always about books. So sure. And Marshall, you see a very well-known glance shoot towards you, while the rest, who don't know Lily this good, are blissfully unaware. I'd like to go.
Wait, you guys are going on a date? Oh man. Oh man. Dude. She will eat you up. Good luck, man.
Have I plucked a heartstring, Marshall?
No way.
Right then. Oh, how about you two go ahead? Have some dinner. I'm very interested where this leads.
Nice to meet you, Marshall. Name's
Yeah.
Leon, by the way.
You too, man. Good luck.
Leon
Seriously.
goes for a handshake.
He goes for the handshake. So does Marshall. And he adds a fist bump.
Leon does a fist bump harder than you would probably expect,
What?
and then goes for a. This is a thing Leon does in his hometown. It's like when you touch the back of each other's hands, like just a little tap.
Oh yeah. Do I have to roll for Marshall to do the same thing? Because I'm sure he'd react to it, like, in the same way.
Marshall's reaction speed is so fast at this point that he very smoothly can redirect his fist bump.
Well,
It's a series of handshakes, basically.
Yeah. So I guess it's kind of like a secret handshake matchup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, good man.
Yeah, man. And he gives you a pat on the shoulder, like really firm.
Leon's gonna leave it at that.
Okay. So I'd like to do the Leon thing first, if you're okay with that. So where do you take Lily? Because she is following you.
So Leon has a hangout spot, which is a little bit more on the rougher side. And if you remember which one it is a fighting pit.
Oh right, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay, good.
So once you enter the somewhat less savory part of the, city, Lily stops for a moment and says, "Can you give me one moment?
I mean, sure, go for it.
I need to, redress for the occasion." and you can see that she goes off to a little alley, and she folds in her wings, her horns, and her tail, as she completely changes shape to a normal half-elven person. Her hair color changes from bright purple to brown. She gains normal humanoid features. Any trace of her fiendish heritage is gone, and she returns.
Leon had like the little head side poke from the street to see what's happening. So,
this is what you see.
so this is a normal thing for you to do.
Oh yes. You know, wings and such tend to attract attention.
But when you're out, you don't do this.
Not if I'm out about on, the... How do I say this without sounding rude? The upper class society?
Right.
We're entering somewhat of a different terrain, and I wouldn't want to spoil my reputation too much.
Right.
But I'm
cool.
still here.
Secrets.
I'm still the same person.
Secrets. Great. I love it. Let's go. Come on.
Cool. And you take her to the underground fighting pit,
Yes.
which is in a tavern. You know the password. Let me see.
You got a
put up
password?
I actually put up a password somewhere.
Oh, fuck yeah.
See. Yeah.
Pumpkin spleen.
You get in a bar and there's several simple tables, like for 4 or 5 persons. And you go up to the barkeep and you say, "I've come to exterminate the rats below." And he nods to Lily and opens the door, which leads to a cellar. And you enter a underground fighting pit where a second bar is, as well as a fighting pit in the middle, which is actually lowered, like it is 10 feet down.
Oh.
And for a moment you notice that on the last step, when Lily realizes where they are, she hesitates for a moment and then follows you.
Well, all right. These are good people. Don't worry.
That's okay. Well, what are you going to do? Are you going to fight? Are we here to bet?
I mean, let's see what the lineup is first, because you don't want to fight something that you don't feel comfortable with. Because if they have a fist night only, then I'm not in, right?
Right. I don't know what they have here.
Well, let's check it out.
So
I
is
take
there
it
like
to
a leaderboard?
I take it to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
I ask for like something to drink,
Yes.
and it's like, so what's tonight rounds? Got like swords, got axes, you got fists.
And the barman is like, aside from magic, we've got anything goes, actually.
Anything goes. Oh.
Anything goes.
So, I turn to
So?
Lily. You interested?
Well, I'm not really a physical fighter, but I can bet on you if you like.
I mean, they say anything goes. We can double team it.
Yeah, but they also said no magic.
Anything goes.
I think I shouldn't.
All right. Well,
I'll just bet on you. Is that okay?
I'll go in.
Yes. All in against Leon. Right. So there's a leaderboard, and there's a various set of names. So there's like, let's say, a guy on 3rd place named Thorgrim. There's a woman's name, Esderu, on 2nd place, and at the very top, the champion of this place is called Hector. But it seems the champions of the ring are not here tonight. So it is a little... It's like the lower ranks that are here.
How often has Leon been here before now?
That depends. You have 3 weeks of time, and this is the first time you've entered the city, so make that of what you will. Make
Okay.
of that what you will. Excuse me.
Leon will start at the bottom. He's not gonna go straight for the top because he doesn't know what these people fight like. So Leon will try and find someone to enter himself. And he's going to enter a... Do they provide the weapons, by the way?
They do not.
They do not?
They count on you bringing your own weapons.
Okay.
Anything goes, so you bring your own.
I would like to enter a great weapon fight.
Okay. So before you, there stands a man with a very large great axe, a Goliath, as far as you can see. And he enters the ring, spits towards you on the ground.
And just as me as a player, well, not wanting to overstep my boundaries, is this a anything goes kind of thing, or is there strict rules of you're allowed to do this but not that?
You're allowed to do anything but no magic, and they don't want people to actually die. So, like, make sure your last blow when you knock someone out isn't lethal.
Okay.
So, anything goes outside of magic. They have special mage battles.
Well, that's a pickle for me, because I am neither. As we've already stated, when I cast Puppet, Leon doesn't show anything, does he?
There's a spell-like ability for you, but there is the obvious signs of casting a spell.
Oh, okay.
Like, it is not the same as normal arcane magic or divine, but there is very visually, like, yeah, he's casting some magic mumbo jumbo.
I will not push my luck. I will actually have a proper fight.
Yeah. So, the Goliath, the great axe, puts it on his shoulder. I didn't know they sent in pussies.
Well, this pussy has some tricks up his sleeves, and Leon gets his sword and shields, clicks it together, does a big swing, and it just turns into this sword axe thing, swings above his head, and lands on his shoulder as well. Well, how about we have some fun?
That's a neat little trick. Come at me. And let's say for easiness sake, this is just trading damage.
Sure.
Because that works easier and doesn't take as long as an actual fight. So you use your great axe version of your weapon?
Yeah, I basically said I want to have a great weapon fight. So I can just roll my...
Yeah, then let me get my dice for a moment.
Sure.
So just to start off, let's roll initiative. Whoever wins gets the first blow, and then it's just
15.
one or two. He is a 19.
Well, he's first, I guess.
Yeah, he's first. So let's see, what's your AC? Because AC might be useful to do it.
Okay, without a shield, I have less.
Yeah, that's... I asked how much AC do you have?
17.
17. Okay, so he goes first then. And he starts, with a downward swing. Let me get some battle music, by the way.
Ooh.
As we're battling anyway. I think this one's pretty dope. Yeah, there we go. He starts with a 18, actually. So I guess that's a hit.
Yeah.
That is an 8. plus 3 is 11 damage. And he does a second swing for a total of 16.
16 is a miss, you know? Or is that just still a hit, but 16 damage?
Roller's advantage. No, he had 11 damage on his last hit, and his next attack roll is 16.
Yeah, attack rolls now, it doesn't hit.
Okay, so he gets 1 hit in. And then go ahead. It is your turn now.
About 16 with my first roll.
16 is a hit.
Is 11 damage. And I go for a second swing. And I swing bada. 14. That's another 16 with 14 damage.
Let's see. Another 16 and 14, so that's 25 total. You deal some pretty hefty hits. There we go. So he's going to attack again. He has a very low. He has another very low. So he's going to use his action surge.
Oh.
To attack twice. That's a 19, so that hits. And that is a 14. He's not having that. Good luck. And he rolls max damage, so you take 15 more damage.
15? Jesus.
Yeah, he rolled his max damage. It's your turn again.
Hold on. I need to calculate. Leon in his fight as he takes these hits. So we're getting serious now. Am I allowed to get loose?
Anything goes.
Oh fuck.
And he grunts at you.
He's giving me the okay, yes?
He's giving you the okay.
Okay, Leon goes for a Great Axe Strike. Hold on, I need to... Yeah, a Great Axe Strike with a Wrathful Smite over it.
Is Wrathful Smite a spell?
Wrathful Smite is a spell, yes.
Yes, so spellcasting isn't allowed.
He gave me the all clear to go ahead.
What I as a DM meant is you're allowed to use Smite. Because
I'm
that's
allowed
not
to use Smite?
Yeah, you're allowed to use Smite.
Oh, okay.
But no spells. Because then you get disqualified and he wins.
Okay. I'll just use an attack then. And Smite over it.
That's a miss.
You say that's a miss. I say that's a hit.
Oh, right.
I add my Channel Divinity.
Fair enough, Paladin's
Strike. It's a plus 10.
Yeah, so that is a hit, indeed.
He takes 5 damage, and my second attack, I'm going to forgo and intimidate the shit out of him.
Okay. What was the opposed roll again?
Insight.
Insight. Ooh, he rolled pretty good. Not high enough, though. A 19 will beat him.
So he is currently terrified of this.
Yes, he is frightened of you.
Compared to him, tiny thing.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't do smite damage yet.
No.
Let's roll smite. 14.
Ooh, that's a big hit. Okay. You see he's on the losing side. And he goes to attack. Oh, those are some nice rolls. 17.
Is that with disadvantage?
That's with disadvantage. He rolled high.
Was it 17?
Yeah, second is a 4 though, so it's not. Yeah, it's a 17 total.
17 hits.
Okay. And you take another 7 damage. And it's your turn.
It's my turn. So, magic isn't allowed, but abilities are.
Yeah.
Awesome. I am going to heal myself for 25 hit points.
Oof. You see he is quite frustrated by that. And it's like, oh, that's cheating.
Really less is it though?
He can call you a cheater.
Um,
That's your action, right?
that is my action, so I can't do anything else this turn. But he's no longer frightened, I think.
Yeah. I'm not sure how long the thing lasts. Let me look it up. Oath of Conquest. Because his second attack would be a strike.
End of your next turn, yeah. He's
End
no
of your
longer
next
frightened.
turn. Okay, so then I roll a
Regular
4 at the start, and then an 11, so his second strike hits.
11, it gets over 17.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, he has plus 6, so he gets to 17. And that is another 8 damage to you.
Okay. I will swing my axe. 18 for 16 damage.
Okay, let me roll one more thing, as he is a fighter. He heals 13 hit points. 29 then. Oh no, I spoiled it. That's a hit though. 16 damage. Damn.
And the maw comes forth and bites him in the ass. Little nibble for 6.
A little nibble for 6. Okay, he's, on his last legs. But he's going to try...
and that's another intimidation on him.
Yeah, that's a natural 12 on this point, so he makes the save this time.
Makes the save. Too bad. Oh well.
Oof. Okay. I'm not sure if it's going to matter. He has a natural 20 on his first strike.
Okay, bring it on.
So 4, 7. He didn't roll really well, so 10 damage.
Okay.
And his second strike, that is a natural 17, so that will hit. The D12 is not cooperating today. You take another 7 damage.
I did another. Have I done 3 smites or 2 smites?
I believe you've done 2.
Okay.
1, 2. Yeah, 2.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay then.
That's a 26.
Yeah, that's a hit.
For 16 damage. And also...
he falls. He falls.
Okay, he falls. I was gonna say I'm gonna use a second level spell slot for smite, but it's no need.
Mm-hmm. So you are victorious. The crowd goes wild. And you see Lily with a small smile clap.
Shower me with riches. And also get this man up.
Brenna in the background.
A sudden Brenna appears. A sudden Brenna appears and throws a what's it called? Spare the dying. So, anyway, you gain through this bout a sum of, let's say, 50 gold that has been bet on you.
Ooh.
A great part,
I'll take that.
which was bet on you by Lily, apparently. So, the battle music can stop.
So Leon takes his place next to Lily again. So, how was my first fight?
You were very handsome.
Thank you, thank you. I do try.
So, how about we go visit a different place? I know a neat little bar.
Okay.
If you'd like.
I mean, this is kind of where I'm home, but if you're like, just let me take you to a different place, then alright. We're getting real frisky here.
Are you a mead type of person?
A meat type of person?
Yes, mead. As in the
Oh,
drink.
mead.
Yeah. They also have meat, but she's meant it with a D.
With a D. I mean,
Yes.
Oh, kinda. I also do enjoy my apple juice.
Apple juice.
Yeah.
Really? I'm sure they can comply. And the roles reverse as Lily leads you to a bar back into the, savory part of town. So it takes you a while to go there. and she sits with you. You talk for a bit, and that's where we're going to go and take a break. See you in, let's say, 10 minutes. 8:45. We'll continue.
See you in a bit, everybody. 8:45. 8:45.
Get some drinks, get some snacks.
Rehydrate, dehydrate, the usual.
Bye-bye.
Hello, and welcome back into the dungeon. We took our break when Lily and Leon had a bit of a date to a underground fighting ring, and now the two are in a bar upon Lily's recommendation, where they apparently sell a mean mead, excuse me. And she enters. She goes to sit at a table that is unoccupied. You know, she rests her head on her hand, and looks very expectantly at you.
Do I need to get something?
Well, this was a date, right? Impress me.
Ah, shit. Okay, hold on. Leon is gonna try and find someone and be like, listen, I need you to help me here.
To the barman?
Yeah.
Okay.
If there's a server or anything, like someone who works there.
There's a barman.
Listen
a barman with a thick beard is like gonna do you for.
Listen here, I need something. I need something good. You see that thing over there? That hot stuff? Yeah?
The lady.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah? Take a good look. Okay, now stop looking. Look at me.
Yeah.
I need something to impress.
You need something to impress. And he looks back at her.
No, eyes here.
I think I know something.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because if there's anything that you have that's like that one little bit extra, then that would be great.
Better grab your wallet, boy. He opens a small cupboard in the top left, picks out a very fancy wine bottle, picks up the fanciest looking wine glass you've ever seen in your life, opens the wine bottle, pours a drink, gives it to you. And what would you like?
You got some apple juice?
And he takes a glass where, he normally pours in beer and pours in a bit of apple juice. Impress her. He hands you the drinks. For the total of these two drinks, it's 2 gold.
Let me get my character sheet and mark off 2 gold. Leon gets near the table and is like, I was imagining this one for you. And he puts down the wine. And this one for me.
Okay. And she takes the glass, takes a sip. Well, you do know your stuff. And she winks at you.
Leon does the head nod, but it kind of in circles and goes, no, I don't.
Can you roll me a charisma saving throw?
I mean, with or without my new item?
For now, without, because this is very early in your downtime.
Okay, so just -1 from it. 19.
19. Ooh, I need to look that up because that might be enough.
Wahaha!
Yeah. Let me see, where did I put it? There we go, NPCs. Ha, that's funny. It's exactly one short. So, for the coming hour, you are charmed by Lily.
Did she cast a spell at me?
No, she winked at you.
And a 19 is not high enough?
No, she has a very high DC for this. So, the feeling is that the entire world disappears. There is just you and her at this table. And you acknowledge there's other people, but as far as Leon's concerned, there's only one person worth talking to.
Ah, shit.
Do with that what you will, my man. So, Brenna, in your downtime, you go find your teacher.
Yes.
You arrive at the chapter of Kalimvor within Autumna. You ask around and you are pointed to a older-looking man, has a bit of a goatee. Seems like he is one of the warriors of your church, but has since retired, and is now teaching the young pupils different styles of swordplay. And you approach him for a lesson. So what do you say?
Excuse me, sir?
Yes?
I'm looking for a teacher to teach me how to, well, pick up on the smallest details.
To observe.
in the midst of combat.
Right. And who are you?
Oh, I am Brenna Nighthands. Perhaps you know the Nighthands name?
I most certainly do.
Oh, well.
A famous family within our order. And he looks at you. And what makes you think that you would be worthy of my teachings?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. that's a good question, actually. Well, the to put it simply, I have been noticing some strange things in the background of my mind, and I need to, for the safety of my companions, need to learn how to recognize the wrong things that I encounter on my travels. But what would make me worthy? Well, I've been carrying on my family's legacy, and I have been trained to do my very best to guide those poor, unfortunate souls across the barrier. And I would wish for nothing more than to humbly lay myself before you and ask, with the most sincerest of words, to ask you to teach me, please.
So, a girl from a somewhat noble family within our order, who has done her utmost best since birth, thinks herself more worthy of my time than the people I teach here.
Oh no! I was just. Am I interrupting something?
Not at the moment.
Oh.
But training you would take time. Time I cannot spend on other people.
Oh right, yeah, that's true. Well, of course, I have money to pay you for the lessons. If that is in your best interests.
Roll me an insight check.
Insight, click. 13.
So with your insight, you notice that this man is not exactly after money. He is not exactly after why you think you should be worthy. He is trying to teach you humility.
Right, yeah.
Because you are requesting his time over that of other people.
Right.
And that is
Okay.
a very harsh request for someone who is busy.
Yeah, that's true.
So, do with that what you will.
Well, I can just sit by your lessons for a while and see if I can pick up something from that as well. Of course, I don't want to steal any time away from anyone else, but it's simply quite important to me personally. I am to be quite frank, I'm quite at a loss.
At the loss of what?
At a loss of words and at a loss of, well, guidance.
Miss Brenna, have you ever considered your station? That you were granted a great gift that many others have not.
Yes, certainly, of course. I am reminded of such every day.
What is the use of your power? What did you get it for?
I suppose to find guidance, huh?
Not exactly.
Or to bring guidance to others.
Closer.
Yeah. So... Yeah, it's to be quite honest, I'm not entirely sure why I was gifted with it. It was something I could do from birth.
Do you feel worthy of what has been given to you?
Not entirely, no. I must
Right.
confess.
So I ask you again. What makes you more worthy of my time than others?
Nothing. Nothing makes me worth your time more than others. Well, nothing except for me asking you to give me your time.
You were on the verge of greatness, Brenna. You were this close. Your power is used for others, for the sake of others, to protect them, to guide them, heal them. But most importantly, always know that everyone is equal, for it is our teachings. I will train you. And I will be taking that gold.
Yeah, of course.
Come. And he leads you outside after he has picked up a few belongings of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see where I put it. Yes. So you go on a hilltop just outside the city, overlooking it with a mesmerizing view. You can see the academy, the royal palace, and the small tiny houses cluttered throughout the entire city, surrounded by multiple walled sections, as the ever-expansion of the city grew out of its initial confines. After 10 seconds, the man forcibly turns your head 180 degrees and plants you on the ground. He lays down a board, a piece of paper, and some ink. Now draw it, and no peeking.
Okay.
Yes.
She just starts, like, messily sketching.
The next 2 weeks are spent doing this exact thing. You go to various places, and you are required to draw the scene with as much detail as you can. Each time, the time you get shortens, until he turns your head around the moment you arrive. On the last day, before you part with your teacher, he hands you a stack of rolled papers, a few bottles of ink, and a small booklet of notes. I have brought you as far as I can. The rest is up to you. Keep training, Night Hands, and you will go to great lengths.
Thank you very much, Shifu.
Shifu's apt. And he bows to you, as you bow to him. And somewhere during these 2 weeks, you walk across the town, and from the corner of your eye, you spot Leon, sitting in a tavern.
Oh no.
Oh yes. What do you do?
Do I see? I see it through a window, I'm guessing, right?
For the opening of the door.
Oh, the opening of the door.
Yeah, like the opening to the taverns, and you see Leon sit, but not the person who's across with him, and he's very obviously talking to this person.
Yeah.
Very, very interested.
Yeah.
What do you do?
I stand in the doorway and sort of like peek my head in a bit further to like see who he is talking to.
You see, with some different features from what you've been used to, very obviously sit with Lily at the other end of the table. And Leon is very much enamored, and Lily is looking back very interested.
And that's how I got my muscles.
Really?
Oh, I should not intermingle, but snooping. I just is there like an empty table nearby?
Not exactly a empty table, but there is a singular table that has a few more chairs with one man sitting at it. And the man is wearing some rather odd clothing of oranges and blues. Wearing a little set of dark tinted glasses.
Oh.
Seems like an approachable dude.
Is it Marshall?
It's Marshall.
Yeah, okay.
It's very much Marshall. Who is also sitting here at the table being very incognito.
Super incognito with sunglasses and blue and oranges in his... Whatever!
I mean, incognito just means that nobody knows who you are. Not that you're necessarily stealthy.
Does he have a fake mustache?
Marshall, do you have a fake mustache?
Yes.
Wonderful.
I'd like to imagine like the glasses nose and then the mustache, and it does not match his hair like at all.
Yeah. It's like blonde mustache hair.
Yeah, like completely blonde while his hair's brown. So.
And even some fake eyebrows, you know. Anyway,
Do you approach?
I do approach, and I sit down, climb onto a chair, I guess.
Do you do this in any way stealthily, or just barge in?
Well, no, I sort of stealthily, but like mostly to just like keep keep Leon and Lily unaware of my presence, basically.
Okay.
So is Brennan like really close to Marshall? Like, is he sitting at the same table?
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Well, Marshall says, "Hey, what's up?" Well, kind of in a low voice, but still enthusiastic.
There's a like a slight little fright, like hi. I'm okay. Brenna, by the way, and I extend a hand.
And he shakes the hand and says, "It's Marshall. Have you come to watch the show?"
The show?
Oh yes, and he points to Lily and Leon. See that guy over there? He's totally in Transpire. It's hilarious.
Yes, I know him.
Wait, you do?
That's my companion, Leon.
Oh really? Oh wait. Hold on. I can feel something here. Something in your vibe. Are you do you like him?
Like heavy blush on her cheeks and like sort of like
Okay.
baby.
Look, here's the thing, and he whispers something in her ear. And I'm gonna keep this private. To not arouse any suspicion. Hold on.
Totally not suspicious to keep something private. No.
Oh boy, I'm very scared.
She's just like oh, sorry. I some saliva went down the wrong hole.
He hands you a napkin.
Thanks, and sort of wiping my face a bit. Okay, so that's good to hear. Congratulations.
I know, right? Which means that you don't really have to worry, because it's all gonna be fine. It's just he's kind of in for a shock. So
Right.
Well,
Okay, I suppose thank you then.
So what do you want to do about this situation? Like, I mean, we could do the same thing, like right here. And he'd be totally jealous, don't you think?
Well, thing is, I'm not really sure if he sees me the same way, you know? Like, does he like me? I don't know.
Well, that's hard to tell right now. But, I mean, how long have you known each other?
She's just like sort of like counting on her fingers, like the days and like the weeks and the time we spent together.
The
like,
hours, the minutes.
the seconds. That's a DM question. How long have we been going around together? Like, because I'm not really sure.
A month or two by now.
Okay, so
Quite a while.
give or take a month or two, I think.
Okay, so 2 months, and now he sees someone that he's known for like, what, 2 days? And he's going on a date already? I think you gotta up your ante a little bit. Like, maybe, I don't know, flirt with him some more.
Oh, but I'm really bad at flirting. I'm really bad at flirting. Oh, I can't. Oh, wait. Maybe you could teach me a bit.
Oh yeah, sure.
Like what would you like to hear? What would you think he would like to hear? And how would you bring it?
Ooh, that's a tough question. Should I roll for insight or something like that?
Yeah, you could roll an insight.
Okay.
Alright, you're not in the roll 20.
Yeah.
Shall I roll for you?
Yes, please.
Insight was one of his trained skills, right?
What is this bullshit?
It's not a proficient one, actually.
Okay. So, I'll just roll this then. It's a 19. That's quite good. So, Leon, would you answer this question for me?
What
Because
question?
it's your character. The question
What?
of Marshall.
How does one flirt with you?
Yes.
Can I be totally honest? And I haven't really thought about that bit of Leon. I am really struggling with this question.
Right. So, how about we park it there for a moment to give you some time to think, and we'll head over to Irie in a non-linear time fashion, just to make sure that Irie doesn't sit still the entire session. So, Irie, what would you like to do?
Yes. Well, next to
Yeah.
learning, of course, I would like to seek out Brenna at some point in time.
Okay.
So I might know, like, the inn or something that they're staying at, or something like that.
It could be that you see me walking around the university every now and then.
Also fine. Doesn't really matter. I want to
You-
talk.
You meet me at some point. you see me walking somewhere, and at some point you approach.
Yes. So I would go. Brenna,
Yes. Hello, Miss Irie. Yes. Hello. Hi.
Hey, I speak to you for a bit in private.
Oh, of course. I have a bit of time.
Yeah, I needed some break. Have been reading about these meta-arcane fluctuations for a couple of hours now, and I saw you walking, and yeah, I have something to discuss.
You see Brenda sort of like blankly staring like at the meta magic fluctuate, just staring blankly like, what? Okay. We can talk. Looking around for like a private location, like a hallway or like a lunch table. I don't know.
There's some unused classrooms you could use.
Yeah, well,
That's fine.
yeah.
So,
Yes.
I actually wanted to talk to you about Xalavier for a moment.
Xalavier? Well, yes. What would you like to talk about him?
Well, I'm just very impressed with his warrior prowess. I keep seeing him in my, dreams, I suppose, or the future keeps showing me Xalavier in the fields of battle, weapons in hand.
Oh, wow. You're dreaming of Xalavier?
Not dreaming. It's more like I thought you guys were aware of this, but I can like see the future and stuff.
Oh yeah, yes, I know. I'm just it's just interesting that it's focused on Xalavier, but never mind.
I'm a bit worried. Actually, has he always been?
Sorry. She's good. She's taking this completely the wrong way, by the way, just so you know.
He always been this well versed in battle.
Xalavier, well, he there's different castes within our church, and we have basically a sort of what you would call a warrior caste, those that fight for our religion, and you have the healer caste and the teacher caste and so on and so forth. And well, he has trained to be in the warrior caste for the longest time, and I am of the healer or the guiding caste. And so yes, he had, to me at least, for as long as I've known him, he has been quite versed in weaponry and battle. Yes.
Right.
To put it
But
simply, yes.
but as destructive as he has been showing on the battlefield in our last fights.
Yes, I have noticed a bit of a how you say, glee in the destruction he brings. Though it's I think well, personally I'm not entirely too sure about it, but I wouldn't want to intrude on his personal ways of dealing with death, to put it simply.
All I'm saying is just keep an eye out for him, please. I'm not too sure if the path he's following or the destiny that is laid out before him is a good one.
Of course. I always keep an eye out for him. But I think I will keep an eye out, but he usually confides in me when trouble is afoot. So if something is wrong, I believe that he would come to me to talk about it.
Yeah, that's all I wanted to say, really. Just keep an eye on him.
Of course. As always.
And I actually also have another matter, a matter to discuss, actually, which is a bit more personal.
Yes?
So I may have heard lately that my soul might be tied to a plane or place of existence called the Boneyard. Please don't kill me.
The Boneyard. Your soul is connected to the Boneyard.
Well, that was Lily's theory, but I know her long enough that she's probably right.
A knowledge religion check for the Boneyard? To know
Go ahead.
what it is? There we go.
I mean, you innately know what the Boneyard is. But, yeah. So, 12.
Mm-hmm.
You know that the Boneyard is the place where every soul of a creature that dies goes first to be judged by the various gods on that plane.
The purgatory, basically.
Basically purgatory, and the judging sends the souls to the plane that is most... to which they align the most, in that sense.
Fitting to them.
Yeah, befitting to them. Additionally, you know that the ruler of the Boneyard is the Raven Queen. And that Kalimvor also resides there. Like, he has his neat little palace and all.
Well, to be quite frank, the Boneyard is considered sacred ground in that sense for our religion, because our god resides there. So you having a connection to it is, well, to be perfectly honest, is quite amazing to me. Because it's somewhat of a direct connection to our god.
I was not aware of this connection, so I don't know if it ever will do anything. I just wanted you to know before I am getting lynched.
For me, and I'm guessing also Zalavier, that this only means that we have a deeper connection with one another than initially even thought. Because we serve our god, and you are connected to his, well, partially his realm.
Right. I personally do not serve any god, but I have to live with this connection either way. If I ever need help, I might ask you.
Of course. Well, we know a lot about the Boneyard. So if you ever need any information or any need for help in that regard, ask away.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem. Was that all?
Yeah, that's it. Again, just keep an eye out for Xalavier and his well-being, and I will be looking into this connection and
Very well.
rest up in this town. It's quite lovely.
Mm-hmm. I have been looking at a lot of it. How do you think this frog is, by the way?
After these 3 weeks, I think it's going to be very difficult to forget this place.
It's okay. It's an okay drawing. You see improvement.
Can it be one that, if you look hard enough at it, it has Leon in it?
That's up to Brenna.
Like the tiniest of sketches of Leon walking down one of the streets. Yeah, she saw him there.
Oh shit!
Like fucking asshole.
Like a weird Waldo.
Bitch.
Yeah, it's all of her pictures are where's Baldo, but it's where's Leon, you know, like.
Oh no.
Yeah. Anyway, Irie, to continue.
I don't see him. That's a
Perception
lovely
check.
drawing.
So, Irie, to continue.
Yeah, that's it.
So, that's it for Brenna? Do you want to do anything else?
Oh no,
Yeah, I want to have some coffee with Lily later, but
Mm-hmm. Somewhere in the time frame you have coffee with her. No nice little shack away from home. She invited you, so you know, she paid.
What?
You have some girl talk. Go ahead.
so that's how it always starts in girl talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're married? Tell me everything.
I snagged myself a man, yes. It's a bit of a weird and long story. We met by trying to kill each other.
Oh,
And she thinks for a moment. I think this is a tale best told by the both of us. Would you like to meet him?
oh, absolutely.
Okay, give me one moment. And she casts sending towards Marshall. Honey,
I
do
knew
you
it.
remember Irie?
For a
Would
second,
you like to meet her?
I thought for a second she just teleported there and he was in the bath or something. You know, just like...
Oh.
She-
Marshall teleports into the room, and he's like, "Wait,
Wait, he teleports into the fucking coffee shop?
yes,
Oh, yeah, oh, amazing, yes. It's canon.
yes."
Well,
No,
Irie,
someone wanted to meet me. That's pretty rare. Usually it's Lily the one to see, but you're already here, so I guess I'm a bit late to the party right now. So what's up?
Come on, take a seat. Order a drink.
Is he still wearing the mustache?
No, that's a different moment.
yeah,
I think.
that's a different moment.
Ah, damn.
Just kept it. Like I'm really feeling this groove. I'm gonna keep it.
Oh,
like
honey, you're growing your mustache out.
It's gonna take him like 10 years to do it, but he'll get there.
Yes.
Oh, it's like one of those mustaches that like younger guys have, right? Bit sparse.
Nah, he just ages very slowly.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway,
Marshall takes a seat, I presume.
and he takes
Well.
his drink.
So I started talking about how we met.
Oh, really? Now?
Yeah, you want to do the honors?
Well, so basically, I was in a dungeon looking for a way to get hope. You know, there's like magical stuff in there, and I was like, well, maybe something's there, you know, and I want it. So I was going there with a few of my friends, and at some point I get kind of isolated from the rest because I'm you know, looking and stuff. And then there's this noise, and there's like batty wings, and I'm like, whoa, enemy! So I shot my key blast at this creature, and it shot back, you know, and you know what happens next? I see this beautiful creature, and it's Lily, you know, and I'm like, whoa, wait, what? Oh, I'm sorry, I tried to attack you, you know, and we kind of hit it off from there, and she helped me with stuff, and at some point we got married, and kids came into the picture, and here we are.
Yeah, that's kind of the short version.
Yeah.
The really short version.
Really short version, yes.
Yeah.
Because you have the keen mind here. You know all the details.
Yeah. How about a fun story? So, like we didn't hit it off immediately. There was some moments of awkwardness.
Yeah.
You know, we're kind of dodging the elephant in the room. But we worked through our issues in the end. And there was this moment where we were both on an island, and I got mind controlled by some creature of the forest there. And
Oh
Marshall
no, not that story, please, no.
Yeah.
No, that's like my lowest point. Please.
That's okay. I forgive
No.
you. So I was mind controlled, and Marshall was with me, you know, close by to keep an eye, because I was acting very strange. And at some point it was very clear that I was going to put myself in danger. So,
Yeah, so
while
I got really concerned because, you know, I didn't want anything bad to happen to her, but we weren't quite together at that point. So, well, kind of
Far from
instincts took over, and well, I kissed her, but it worked.
it most definitely worked. And you do
Aw.
see a little small blush. And I take it to both of them.
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Well, not really, because I did it without permission. But you know, she was in danger, so I still kind of regret it, but also I don't. Anyway.
We sorted out our differences over time.
Yeah,
Just took a bit of nudging.
sure did.
So,
But you know, is there anything else? Well, you know, maybe it's time for me to ask a question. You know, because you're friends for like how long?
I didn't count the years, to be honest.
Years, and I haven't even heard of you until a few days ago.
well,
So-
here's the thing. I taught her before I met you.
What?
Yes.
Wait, lady, how old are you? Wait, no, that's really rude. I'm sorry.
Excuse you. How old are you?
Excuse me. Oh, yeah, that's a secret.
Yeah, kinda.
Let's
yeah.
just say I've seen over 500 moons rise and fall.
I think it's been 20 years, something like that.
Oh, thanks for doing the math for me. I was kind of struggling there. But yeah, what kind of friend don't see each other for like 20 years and then just have coffee like nothing happened?
The friends that pick up adventuring to get away from, you know, certain bad places, and then meet a boy and marry him, and then suddenly 15 years has gone by.
Oh. Yeah, but what about...
One part of the story, one part of the characters did that, yes.
Yes, exactly.
I was in service of a noble family, not that far away from here. And I've worked there I gave counsel there for many, many years.
So you
And
did.
yeah, I never got the chance to leave.
Oh,
really?
damn. That's a shame. So that's why you didn't see each other for so long.
Exactly, but I'm a free woman now.
Well, I'm happy for you. Unless something bad happened, then I'm not so happy for you. But, well, freedom is great, so you should enjoy it while you can, probably. Ain't that right? And he nudges Lily.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else you'd like to know?
I guess the conversation just goes to, comfortable chatter.
Yeah.
Or uncomfortable if you'd like.
No. It's very much comfortable.
The girl talk continues. Marshall teleports the fuck out of there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes. So the afternoon continues, and at some point, when it's time to go, Lily takes your hand, Irie. Tomorrow's the big day. You ready?
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
She says, tomorrow's the big day. Because tomorrow your guest is arriving.
Oh, is that tomorrow already?
3 weeks have gone by fast.
Oh, they have. I have no choice but to be ready.
Go to bed early tonight.
Good idea.
And if you want to be sure, you can have a room in our house.
I suppose that would be nice.
And Lily pays for the coffee or drinks or whatever you've had. Apple juice. And you three walk outside. Well, hold tight. And as you take her hand, Lily plane shifts the three of you into her house. So back to the date.
I presume you want an answer?
Yes.
Yes, very much.
So, I've thought about it, and Leon's a weird one in this, I think. Because he very much values almost unconditional support, competence, and a little bit of a secret holding. So I know that's not a great thing to go off of, but
Hey, Leon, I got a secret to keep for you. I like you.
Then it's no longer a secret, you doofus. Yes. So Marshall knows this and can tell Brenna this.
So yeah, Marshall's like, he's sizing up Leon, and he says, I think this guy, well, he seems to value his looks a lot, but you gotta look on the inside too, and that's where you strike. So you gotta be, a little bit mysterious, but also interested, So don't be too standoffish, but yeah, just make sure you're always by his side and never let him down. And Well, that's basically how I got my girl. So, I think you can do it. Got something in that? You know, you can.
Cue Brenna taking notes, like, oh yeah, yeah.
So why don't you try being a bit mysterious for me? You know, just to practice.
Hold on, I was taking a drink real quick. And Brenna is just sort of like looking a bit unsure about herself. It's like,
Okay. Here, look into my eyes and take my hands, and then say
boy.
something really mysterious, but also flirty. And this is where he signals Lily.
And Lily, with a snap of her fingers, Leon is out of his trance. And as he regains his bearings, he looks straight past her, sees Brenna, sitting with probably... He has met Marshall, so the most toned guy he's seen. Holding hands. Go ahead.
staring into each other's eyes. But Brenna just sort of like freezes, like, did you know that death is not the only thing that can bring two souls together?
That's amazing. That's amazing.
like sort of like, that's weirdly sweet, but also kind of creepy. Like,
Okay. So Marshall responds to this like, "Wow, that's so mysterious. You must have so many secrets that I still want to get to know about you."
oh yes, so many, so many.
Okay, what happens to Leon and Lily?
So Leon, what do you do? Freudian slip there.
Leon looks at him, and is like, cocks his head a little bit, then looks down where Lily is, like, how long have we been here?
An hour or two?
Wow, that long.
Yeah.
Shit. What time is it?
9:30?
Right, okay. Cool. Hey. I loved our time together,
Mm-hmm.
but I think I should go now.
Really? I think you should stay.
Nah, I got some errands to run.
Oh no, I broke his heart! No!
It has been a wonderful night, Leon. Really.
Yeah,
You certainly do impress.
I do try.
You've done well.
I mean,
No.
if that's what you say.
We gotta get home. It's getting late. Got a lot of lessons to teach tomorrow. So, I'll head myself out. Again, thank you for the wonderful evening.
Of course.
And I'll see you. Okay?
As Lily exits this place, there is a horse outside.
Okay.
And after Lily's gone,
Mm-hmm.
Leon grabs his chair, does the
So-
reverse seat.
One interjection.
Yeah.
Lily stands up, and out of sight of Leon, she makes a beckoning finger motion towards Marshall as she leaves, and, Leon's none the wiser.
Okay.
And she leaves, and you do your thing. Go ahead.
She's alone. He's alone.
Leon grabs his chair, puts it down, reverse at Marshall and Brenna,
Yeah. Right.
sits down. So, Marshall's a smooth operator, I guess.
Do you say this to them?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You're saying I'm a smooth operator. How about you check the ring on a lady's finger before you ask him out on a date? Her.
You know, two people can go out somewhere and it'd be fine, right?
Also, that's what we're doing too.
Yeah, and I'm saying it's fine. Go for it.
Okay. Well, great.
What?
Mr. Smooth.
Okay. Still blushing fiercely and just like sort of looking away, like. So, how was your date?
I mean, almost killed a man. Went here for a drink. You know how it goes?
Yeah. Wait, you almost killed a man? What?
Oh yeah, I
Sorry.
almost killed a man.
Oh, is the man alright?
Don't worry, it was for money.
Oh, like an arena fight.
Yes.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sheesh.
Now,
Are
excuse me, you two.
Are you okay? Do you need some healing?
I mean, I'll be fine tomorrow.
Okay. Where are you going now?
Honestly, I don't know. I got my horse parked outside, so I probably should go.
Did you have dinner yet?
No, but I got some of the rations still. I'm good.
You know, I think you guys should have dinner together. And you should figure out where your heart really lies, buddy. And Marshall leaves out the door.
That's a weird guy.
So, one interjection. Marshall goes home. Lily's not outside waiting for him. She has gone home. He easily knows where to go. And she's home, sitting on the couch, back in her original demon form. And as Marshall sits next to her, she leans her head on his, shoulder and high-fives him.
He fives back and puts an arm around her and gives her a little kiss on the cheek.
We're the worst.
Oh yes, we're terrible. But did you really have to, sling that guy around for such a long time? I feel kind of bad for him.
Well, he started it. We went to a fighting arena.
Oh, that's like the worst.
That was a step.
Oh, yikes. Oh man, are you okay?
A little shaken, but that's fine.
Oh man.
Fucking wanted to go. That itch.
The fucking shade, dude. The fucking shade. Holy shit.
Yeah, there's something very particular in the backstory you don't know about. So, anyway, and they have their alone time as we cut back to Leon and Brenna. What would you like to do?
Okay, Leon. Full cards on the table. I am infatuated with you.
A second. Right. You sure that's a good idea?
Well, to be frank, probably not. But you've been everything you do seems to, enamor me to you more, and I don't really know why, to be quite frank.
Right.
But
I'm
just
gonna say
does.
something, and you're
Mhm.
gonna hate it. Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, mm-hmm.
I am a murderer. I
Yes.
murder people.
Yes.
You don't like me murdering people. Yes?
Well, unless it's for a specific purpose, I suppose not really.
Everyone has always their reasons, just so you know. Whatever is cooking in there in you,
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're ready for a murderer.
Ah, you got a good point. And perhaps it's just like, you know, first love jitters and stuff like that. But I would like to get to know you better, at least.
Sure. I'm down for that. Just
Like, for example, well, what have you been doing, in the well, few days / weeks we've been here?
I mean, I don't want to go into details, but I can tell you it's up to no good.
Well, aren't you always up to no good?
I guess.
I mean, you went on a date with a with the archmage of a university, and you brought her to a fighting pit. So-
Right. You know she wanted to join me, right?
Oh, okay. But I'm just saying that's not a very good place to be.
Leon
You're not-
motions to himself. It's
I
the next best thing after murder. Murder pays a lot more.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Well, have you ever thought about murdering in the name of someone or something?
I already am. And I don't like it.
You are?
Leon then motions to his right arm, which has the tattoos on it. You see this shit?
Uh-huh.
Can't get rid of it.
Oh. She takes an actual proper look this time. And I suppose a knowledge check?
You could do with a religion or Arcana. And can you speak Abyssal?
No, I cannot speak Abyssal now.
Then it is a straight roll.
Click.
Hard to say. Some of the runes seem, you call it, grounded in divine magic, but different ones are in arcane. There is some hefty shit on there, and it gives you like the chill down the spine when you properly see it. So basically bad mojo.
Yeah, it's bad mojo.
It's bad mojo.
And Brenna asks, can I touch it? Just to have a feel for it?
I mean, it's just a tattoo, though.
Well, yeah, but perhaps there's some lingering magic? Perhaps?
I know it's magic.
Well, yes, but perhaps I can get a feel for what type of magic.
I mean, go for it. Do your thing.
And I slowly but very sensually, no.
Up a field, yes.
Damn it.
I cop a feel for a few seconds before letting go, and now I do an Arcana check.
Okay, do me an Arcana check.
See if that rolls any better.
Rolls are on point today.
You suck.
Amazing.
Perfect.
Absolutely no
Perfect.
clue. So, here's the thing: when Brenna touches the arm that holds the tattoos, his arm feels unnaturally cold. If Leon himself feels it, it's just a normal arm, but to Brenna it is very cold.
That is odd. It's very cold.
It's like when you pick up a metal bar or something of metal that's been outside.
Yeah,
it's kind of like that sensation.
Mm-hmm. Of course, he has steel muscles. Just a little squeeze, like no.
Okay, that's it. I'm nuking the campaign. Fuck you all.
Also,
Yeah,
I have
go
one
on.
request, and
Yes.
this is purely for comedy.
Yes.
Can Salavier be at the window pressing his face into it? Be like, what the fuck is going on here?
That's up to Zalavier.
If Zalavier responds.
Oh no.
Oh no, we lost our Zalavier.
He's been left to do nothing too long.
I'm sorry.
That or his mic cut out for some reason. Hello.
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 Professional streamers, by the way.
Yes, professional.
So, I don't think it would be a good idea if Zalavier is there.
Okay.
Okay.
Because I reckon there would be no more window. And that would be very unfortunate for the
It would be
nice
very funny.
people at the
though.
restaurant.
That would
So,
be
you
a
know.
very angry barkeeper that'd be like, I pay up. Anyway,
I look to Leon and I ask, what? Do you know where it came from? When did you get it?
I do.
What it's from?
I do.
Right, and does it concern you?
No. Those people are dead now.
Well, I understand, but like, what would you? Can you tell me what it is that you're killing for?
I mean, I know its name. Well, at least supposed name.
Right.
It's called the Devourer.
The Devourer. Little note. Note taking.
yes.
The Devourer. Okay. And it's I'm guessing some manner of demon of sorts?
Divine beast? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's big and mean and likes to eat.
And do you need help escaping from this entity, or are you fine serving it?
Leon gets up from the chair. Do I look like I need saving? This thing is what gives me strength.
Yeah, I suppose it does. Wow. He's sort of like awestruck, like, oh, he's such a hottie.
Menacing aura.
Does she notice the menacing aura?
That's up to you.
Leon's always channeling his inner JoJo, so
regardless, well, we can talk more about this under some nice dinner if you want. My treat. How about that?
Your tree?
Yes. And you can have anything you want. As much as you want.
I want to go for some venison.
Alright. Venison it is. Do they serve food in this tavern?
They do, and when asked, they can serve venison. It will take a while, because they don't have it at the ready, but eventually it is there. And I would like to keep that conversation for next time.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
For the simple reason it's getting late and I want to do a final thing.
Mm-hmm.
Irie, the big day is here.
Uh-oh.
You wake up in the guest room of the White Feather Estate. You have breakfast with both Lily and Marshall and their 3 kids. All of them sharing tiefling features. The oldest is a son who is very standoffish and he has his hood up. He doesn't really respond when you talk, no matter what Lily and Marshall say to him. He leaves early. Like, he's the edgy teenager.
Oh no.
Yes. Then there's a younger girl, about 14 years old, with 2 very large wings. She's far more polite, far more calm. And you have the rambunctious youngest one who is, finished eating before everyone else. And then wants to leave the table to go out and play. But it's a heartwarming feeling to see a family together once for a while. And makes you feel about the time you were still back at your home. When all of this hadn't happened.
I'm so happy that you two have made such a wonderful life for yourselves.
Well, we did have to fight for it.
Yeah, that's very true. But it was all worth it in the end.
And even now we still have enemies, but they know better than to target us. We've also kind of made it hard for them.
Yeah, that's also true.
And there's a knock at the door, and the same butler you first met in this house. The door. Miss and Mr. Whitefeather, the guest has arrived. She is currently drinking coffee in the lounge. Shall I send her up? And Lily responds, give us 5 minutes. And he's very well. Goes back, leaves you, and she looks at you. It's gonna be alright. Come. And she takes you to her office, and she puts down a chair for you and the guest. And
Yep.
motions for you to sit at one of them. There's a tray of tea and coffee available, and the space is ample enough to provide, comfort.
I tried to comfortably sit down in one of the chairs, but the Irie's foot keeps tapping the floor a little bit.
Mm-hmm. The nervous tick. After a moment, the door opens as the butler opens the door, and you see a young blonde woman stand in its open frame, clad in silver armor with a large bastard sword on her back, a bow diagonally across her chest, and a shield and sword on her side, as sidearms on her hips. Her hair is tied into a side ponytail that starts in the middle of her head. Eyre, upon seeing her, the world blurs and slows. Sound is muffled as you hear a deafening thought in your head that is not your own, screaming out. It's me. I'm here, it's me. Desperate. Fearful. The woman in front of you and all objects near you seem to rapidly speed away from you. You lose your sense of balance and your heart goes 1,000,000 miles an hour as its beat becomes a deafening drum. All the while the voice in your head keeps reaching out, but no words leave your mouth. In a flash of a second, everything around you returns to normal, and you notice your breathing has greatly increased. And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Whoa.
Thank you all for watching,
What?
and we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Thank
Hello.
you all for
Yeah.
watching.
It's me, the Fishman. You haven't hurt me a lot, but goodbye. Maybe next time.
And a very special thanks to our guest, Puruun, for playing Marshall.
It was an honor, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.